Okay, we're recording. When I see Facebook, I will start. Okay. We are now live on Instagram, on Facebook, and on Zoom, where the big meeting is taking place. Good afternoon, Asia, and welcome to our 15th edition of Englishing with Jings. I'll be your host, Brandon Lobshire. We had a little bit of a delay this morning, but that's okay. We're here and we're ready to talk about festivals. That's right. There's so many festivals in Asia. Different festivals for different times of the year, for different occasions. And I have no idea about these festivals. Hello, King Chung Sek. Let me wave to you on Instagram. Welcome, my friend. Um, the only festival that I'm truly familiar with is the Chinese New Year's Spring Festival. Um, and that's because I have discussed this festival with many of my students from China. And I still remember everybody's anxiety around that time of this year, 2020, because when the Spring Festival began, so did the coronavirus. And I remember a lot of frustrated students talking about how they had to stay home for 2, 3 months and quarantine during this, this year's Spring Festival. So I'm under the impression, and maybe I'm wrong, because as I said, I'm a rookie when it comes to different Asian festivals, but I believe that the Chinese New Year's Spring Festival is the most important festival of the year. Um, Chime in and let me know about that one. Comment your questions and concerns, or just let me know that I'm correct when it comes to this, because it seems to me that's the biggest festival of the year. Um, there was a lot of angry people that they did not get to celebrate this festival in 2020. So I can remember the frustration, like I said. Celia Chi says, do you have New Year's celebration in your country? Oh yeah, of course. But it's not the same. From what I understand, in China, there's quite a few days that you celebrate New Year's. Okay, in the United States, we have New Year's Eve celebration. This is on December 31st. And then we have New Year's Day celebration. And that's it. Straight back to work after that. How long does everybody celebrate New Year's in China? I want to say 2 weeks. Am I right? I'm waiting for a response, because this is the only one that I know anything about. As you can see, we have Dragon Boat Festival behind me. If you're watching on Facebook or on the Zoom meeting here, and that is definitely one that I'm not familiar with. Pardon, Celia says, how long does everybody celebrate for New Year's? It's just 2 days in the United States. New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, finished. I want to say it's 2 weeks. 2 week celebration in China. Am I wrong? Oh, 4 days. Okay, I was wrong. Only 4 days? I remember some students telling me that it was 2 weeks. I'm wrong? Yeah, in China, almost 2 weeks. Okay, that's what I thought. Oh my God. We would really love that in the United States. So if China can send the president a message and let him know that we would like 2 weeks to celebrate New Year's, that would be great. Okay. No, 2 days. That's it. In fact, I mean, every holiday in the United States, and we can make that a different show, is normally a 1 day holiday. That's all that we get. But okay, we have weekends. For most people that work full-time jobs, they will receive Saturday and Sunday as holidays every week. But as far as important holidays to celebrate, yeah, we only have 1 or 2 day holidays. That's it. I mean, for example, how long do people celebrate Dragon Boat Festival? Is this just a 1 day event, or do we celebrate more than 1 day? I have no idea about these festivals. I will say this though, when I finally do visit China or Asia, I definitely want to go when there is a festival. I want to experience this because I've seen so many videos of these celebrations, and they look fun. They look really fun. So I would like to be a part of that. Okay, people, we are simulcasting on Facebook, Instagram, and on Zoom, where we are discussing festivals, mostly in China. And I am being educated right now. This is great. This is good stuff. Celia says, we have 4 days public holiday, but we usually do visiting for more days until the 8th of New Year or 9th. Exactly. Exactly. And we get a lot of red pockets. Okay, red pockets. I know about this. These are envelopes with gifts, cash, I think, right? Cash envelopes. I've also heard my students say red letters. Okay. So married people have to give the money. Unmarried people receive the money. This is great for the unmarried, of course. Wow, okay. So these are the gifts that are presented during the Chinese New Year. Okay. Red pockets, red letters, I've also been told. Cash. Am I right about this? Yes. Okay. Huh. Okay, so how much cash do unmarried people receive in these red envelopes? Does it vary? Is there a guideline? Are you supposed to put at least so much money in the red envelopes? This is new to me. I know about the red envelopes. I know they contain cash. Um, Not sure what's inside the red envelopes. Some people put chocolate coins inside red pockets. Chocolate coins? Ah, okay. As long as there's chocolate and real coins, that's okay. I'll trade the chocolate coins for real coins. Depends on the level of your relationship on what you receive. Okay. So I should imagine like if your mother and father give you red envelopes, there's probably some good prizes inside, cash and chocolate, possibly. Well, this is not a good holiday for me because I would have to give everybody red envelopes. See that? That means give red envelopes. Oh boy. You know, the Chinese festival, the Chinese New Year's festival would have been good for me 15 years ago. Okay. I have to take this little break in action and let everybody know about Jing's Learning Center because they are the ones that make these Sunday gatherings possible. Jing's Learning Center is an English teaching center, and they are very successful with helping people learn English through conversation, where we, because I'm part of the team, we help improve grammar, sentence structure, we teach new vocabulary, and we help with pronunciation, and we are super successful. Our students are very, very good. It does not take long with the methods that we present to our students, and we have fun doing this. So take a look. We'll leave links on Facebook, Instagram, here on Zoom, on YouTube, because these videos will be posted. Don't think twice. If you want to improve your English, come to us. We will make this happen for you. No problem. Okay, people, we're taking comments. We're taking questions. Call in live here on Zoom. We have the number on Facebook and on Instagram for you to come here and tell the world about your experiences with these Chinese holidays and festivals. Um, as I've said prior, I'm not experienced whatsoever with any of these holidays. I've never physically experienced these holidays. Now, I can remember when I was young seeing these holidays being celebrated in Chinatown in Chicago because we have a huge Chinatown back home in Chicago. And whenever they have festivals, they do it big. They really do it big. Huge festivals in Chinatown. But okay, not the same back in China, I should imagine. Okay. I think I'm getting some information on the Dragon Boat Festival. This is really cool. I want to read this to everybody because, I mean, if you're watching this show and you're not familiar with festivals, you can be educated right along with me. Um, as far as the Dragon Boat Festival goes, it's saying the story is best known in modern China holds that the festival commemorates the death of the poet and minister Ku Yan, who was alive from 340 to 278 BC, and he was from the ancient state of Chu during the Warring States period of the Zhao dynasty. A cadet member of the Chu royal house, Q served in high offices. However, when the king decided to ally with the increasingly powerful state of Qin, Q was banished for opposing the alliance and even accused of treason. This is not good. During his exile, Qian wrote a great deal of poetry. 28 years later, Qin captured Ying, the Chu capital. In despair, Qian committed suicide by drowning himself in the Milau River. This is a tragic story. Ah, man. Okay, and this is obviously Qian right here in the picture. It is said that the local people who admired him raced out in their boats to save him, or at least retrieve his body. This is said to have been the origin of the dragon boat races. When his body could not be found, they dropped balls of sticky rice into the river so that the fish would eat them instead of Qian's body. This is said to be the origin of Zhangji. Wow, amazing stuff. That's tragic, man. Everything has to be so sad. Okay, so this is definitely cool. These are the stories that I crave. Um, this is really cool. Really, really cool. Let's see. Okay, zhangji is a traditional Chinese rice dish made of glutinous rice stuffed with different fillings and wrapped in bamboo leaves. Oh, this sounds delicious. This is what I'm talking about. This is the part of the festivals that Brandon really loves. Um, Generally of the species Indocalamus tessellatus, sometimes with reed leaves or other large flat leaves. They are cooked by steaming or boiling. In the Western world, they are also known as rice dumplings or sticky rice dumplings. I know rice dumplings and I know sticky rice dumplings, and they are delicious. Okay, so this completely fills me in on the Dragon Boat Race Festival. This is so cool. Um, did they ever retrieve his body? I guess not, huh? They have to continuously feed these fish so they don't eat his body. Interesting, interesting stuff. Um, okay, here's my question to all of the people watching right now. How many different festivals are there in a 1 year period? Okay, I know there must be at least 10, 15 different festivals. Um, it seems to me whenever I'm giving class throughout the year, um, my Chinese students are telling me that there's a festival coming soon. So, um, yeah, I know the Chinese New Year. I know the Dragon Boat Race Festival now. I remember like Mid-Autumn Festival. That was a cool story. I can't remember the details right now. I'll probably tell it wrong, but something about, you know what? I don't even want to try to reiterate what I was told because I'll be wrong. But it was definitely a very interesting story for Mid-Autumn Festival. Um, which festival do, okay, I've seen pictures of people releasing lanterns into the sky. Is this for any particular festival, or does this happen generally for festivals? This is a question to all of my viewing area. Um, I mean, because we love Chinese lanterns back in the United States. Whenever something happens that's tragic, um, we like to release these lanterns into the sky. For example, when one of our relatives passes away, we like to put messages on these lanterns and then send them into the sky. So our loved ones or our friends who have deceased will receive our messages. This is pretty cool. Um, okay. So Celia says they do that all year. So basically for every festival, oh, for just generally for luck. Okay. I've seen a lot of videos and pictures with thousands of Chinese lanterns being released at the same time. So that's not for any particular festival. It looks like it is. I guess not. Okay. Um, This is, I think this only happens in the United States. July 4th, Independence Day, I notice people like to release lanterns into the sky, and usually after a funeral. For example, 5 years ago, my grandmother passed away, and we got together a few days after she passed away, and we all wrote messages on lanterns and we sent them into the sky. So, last message to grandma. Um, but another one, playing with paper lanterns, people holding and walking on the street. That's the Moon Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival. Okay, Mid-Autumn. That's the one that I was just talking about. That festival sounds awesome. The story behind it is another tragic story. Um, something about the man who loved his wife couldn't have her because he was made immortal and she was mortal, so he had to go to the moon and watch over her and protect her. See, I'm probably wrong, but does that sound right? If you're still watching, Celia, did I explain this one correctly? Maybe not. One of my students from Taiwan explained this to me, and it sounded so tragic, but once again, a great story. So it sounds to me, and she says, not, yeah, I was wrong. I knew I would be wrong. That's why I didn't want to say, but okay. It's something like that. I'm on the right track. I know this. I was just told this story probably 7 months ago, so I forgot. But okay. It was still a great story. Does every festival have a tragic story? Yes, their love was forbidden. Exactly. Because of the man was like stabbed or something by and he was made immortal. Like he couldn't die, and he stayed young and she grew old, or maybe it was the other way around. I was something like that. I can't remember, but okay. How many festivals are there? Yeah, that's what it is. The empire in the heaven gave her something to eat that made her mortal or immortal, right? Her weight became very light. Maybe I was told wrong about this festival. She flew up to the moon. Okay. Okay. That's right. That's right. Awesome story. Does every festival have a story like this? Um, I need to educate myself on these different festivals. Um, this is completely new to us Westerners. We don't have festivals like this. I mean, basically, back in the United States, because I can speak on behalf of the United States, um, we just have like Easter, Independence Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, those types of holidays, standard holidays. No special stories about special things that happened in 2,000 years ago. That's what's so great about the Chinese. You're talking about a 5,000-year history, and so many unique things have happened in the last 5,000 years, and they celebrate these different situations. So this is great. Okay, Celia is saying, we eat moon cakes for Moon Festival. Moon cake is so gooey and heavy and high calorie dessert. This sounds good. Moon cake sounds good. I could probably do a moon cake. Gooey, is it like a cake filled with chocolate, gooey chocolate or something? Okay, we're gonna find moon cake and we're gonna share this with everybody because that sounds great. I know moon pies. We had moon pies in the United States, but probably not the same thing. Okay, so the moon pies were made to not become like the woman that was so light she flew to the moon. That makes sense. I love it. So let's make a really high calorie dessert so we become fat so we can't fly to the moon. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what this moon cake looks like. Oh, they look cool. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, everybody needs to tell me if this is what the moon cake is supposed to look like. Oh, this is from Vietnam. That can't be right. Okay, maybe Vietnam celebrates the Mid-Autumn Festival as well. Nah, hold on. Maybe this one. Ah, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, people, let me share this. Okay. Okay, is this what we're talking about when it comes to the Mid-Autumn Festival? We make these gooey cakes. These things look delicious. They really do. I could eat these. My whole family would enjoy these. So that looks like chocolate and maybe some kind of a bleh, fruity middle. I'm not really sure. It could be peanut butter. Um, Hold on. Maybe it's nougat instead of chocolate. I'm not sure. Hello, Cheng Chan. Welcome to the show. Let me wave. 15th edition, Englishing with Jings, where we are discussing festivals. And right now we're looking at moon cakes. Oh, that looks wonderful right there. Oh, baby. That looks like chocolate, but maybe not. Okay, let's share that one really fast with everybody because this looks so good. Lotus nut paste. Okay, I said nougat, so that's looks like a nutty paste. Oh my God, if everybody's watching right now on Facebook, oh yeah. Okay, Miss Chi, if you are watching us on Facebook right now, you can see the picture that I'm sharing. This looks amazing. Oh my God, yes, it looks heavy, but it looks very good. My family would eat a few of these, no problem, no problem. Um, this looks amazing. Okay, no more sharing that because that's making me so hungry, man. Um, okay, what are these sticky rice dumplings in my background picture made from? Who can tell me this? Because they also look delicious. I would like to eat that right now. I'm very hungry. It's around lunchtime here in Europe, so all of this food talk is killing me. I love Asian food and I definitely love sweets. So heavy is okay sometimes. Um, okay, people, for everybody watching, this is the 15th edition of Englishing with Jings. We are live simulcasting on Instagram and on Facebook. And I want to welcome all of our guests to come on and comment your questions or just comment your comments. That sounds pretty simple, right? Let me know. What are some of the foods that you eat for festivals, for different Asian festivals? What's your favorite festival? Um, Most likely, I think most people will say Chinese New Year. That seems to be the most popular. Um, do you travel to your family's homes? Do you stay home? Do you go on like a holiday vacation for these festivals? I am completely clueless when it comes to these festivals. So Um, please, please come on and tell me what the situation is. I'm completely clueless, as I just said. Um, I would like very much to have these types of holidays in the United States and here in Europe, but we don't. Now, I will say this, where I'm living now in Serbia, they do have some festivals, well, holidays that are more than one day. So I'm very thankful for that because, as I said prior in the show, most see, we don't even call our holidays festivals. They're just holidays. Most holidays in the United States are just one day, 2 days if we're lucky. 2 days for New Year's, 2 days for Christmas because we have Christmas Eve and then Christmas Day. Um, Thanksgiving, some people get the day after Thanksgiving off, but that's known as Black Friday. And I'm sure you guys all know about Black Friday because I know that the Chinese even have Black Friday. This is definitely an American holiday, and it's not really a holiday. It's where everybody runs out to buy gifts at the same time and they go crazy over discounted products. So, and that brings me to another point. I've had a lot of Chinese students tell me that a lot of these festivals are done to stimulate the economy, to make people buy a lot of products because they have special sales. But okay, this is the same in the United States. Every time there's a holiday sale at all of these supermarkets and stores. This is called taking advantage of the holiday to sell more products, to make more money, to stimulate the economy. It makes sense, right? Um, I've always thought that was funny. Like, are we supposed to be celebrating with family and loving each other or going out to buy products? That's crazy. Um, I don't agree with that, to be honest. I think that we should definitely be with our loved ones and eating and having a joyous occasion during festivals or holidays, not out shopping. Ah, we could do a whole different show about the importance and the meaning of holidays in the United States because I think most holidays have turned into a gifting opportunity where you have chances to go buy and purchase different things for your family and friends. That's sad. That's not what the holidays are supposed to be about. They are supposed to have meaning, and we are supposed to, like I said, gather with our family and friends and love each other and be thankful for one another. But okay, uh, the economy is important too, I suppose. So we could just integrate everything together. Is that the case in China? Are festivals used to stimulate growth for the economy? I've heard this from different students. Tell me if I'm wrong. Oh, wow, wow, wow. I wish that I could be involved with some of these Chinese festivals. They look fun. They look really fun. Um, Not so many activities for holidays in the United States. The only thing that comes to my mind is on Easter, we have Easter egg hunts. That's it. Valentine's Day, you buy your sweetheart chocolates. I mean, they're boring, really boring compared to these Chinese festivals. I mean, I've seen some of these parades that they have for these Chinese festivals, and they look magical. They really do. Um, we had a carnival here in Serbia this weekend, and I guess you can say that's a festival. Uh, and there's lots of music, there's parades, there's amusement rides for the children. This is considered a festival or a carnival here in Europe. And that's basically, when I think of festivals, That's what I think about back in the United States too. Where I'm from, back in Chicago, we had different festivals where they would bring rides. God, what's the amusement park? We would have an amusement park with lots of rides and fun for the children, a parade where, you know, different people from the community would make floats. If you're familiar with floats, these are automobiles that are decorated certain ways, um, and music, live music, always live music, but lots of different activities. And usually it's a weekend um, that they have these festivals. Okay, but I've seen it where it's 5 or 6 days, but it's not like a national holiday where everybody gets to leave work and participate. Um, you know, the weekend is the most important part of these festivals in the United States because most people don't work on the weekend. So that's the festival that I know. Completely different than Chinese festivals. Um, God, I need to research how many festivals are there in one year. Let's see what Google says. 11. I'm seeing 11 most important Chinese festivals. Okay, let's see. Okay, I'm gonna read these. 11 fascinating Chinese festivals that are worth being a part of in 2020 and 2021. Okay, I'll probably say these wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong. The Dongji Festival, this is on December 21st. The Chinese New Year Festival, January 25th. The Yanzhou Festival, February 8th. The Qingming Festival, April 4th. Labor Day. Okay, we have Labor Day back in the United States. I think that's international. Duanwu Festival, June 25th. And this is obviously the Dragon Boat Festival. The Quixie Festival, August 25th. The Hungry Ghost Festival, September 2nd. I want to know about the Hungry Ghost Festival, people. What's this all about? Mid-Autumn Festival, October 1st. I know about this one. Chinese National Day, I knew about this, October 1st. And then Changyang Festival, October 25th. Hungry Ghost Festival. This sounds awesome, man. The Hungry Ghost Festival. I have to know about this one. Hello, Daphne. Thank you for joining on Instagram. We are talking about Chinese festivals today. Any information you can share with me would be greatly appreciated because I know nearly nothing when it comes to festivals in China. I'm going to read about the Ghost Festival right now, which sounds awesome. Okay, the Hungry Ghost Festival. Let's see, is a traditional Buddhist and Taoist festival held in certain East Asian countries. According to the Chinese calendar, the Ghost Festival is on the 15th night of the 7th month. In Chinese culture, the 15th day of the 7th month in the lunar calendar is called Ghost Day, and the 7th month in general is regarded as the Ghost Month, in which ghosts and spirits, including those of deceased ancestors, come out from the lower realm. Distinct from both the Qingming Festival and Double Ninth Festival, in which living descendants pay homage to their deceased ancestors during Ghost Festival. The deceased are believed to visit the living. This is awesome. Okay. On the 15th day, the realms of heaven and hell and the realm of the living are open, and both Taoists and Buddhists would perform rituals to transmute and absolve the sufferings of the deceased. That is awesome. That is really awesome. I want to go to China for the Ghost Festival. This sounds really, truly awesome. Okay, so I have to go in September 2nd. That's awesome. The Hungry Ghost I should have made my background the Hungry Ghost Festival. I need to talk to the boss about this. Next time we have a festival show, Hungry Ghost. This is American stuff now, man. The Hungry Ghost. This sounds awesome. This sounds like a movie. There should be a movie about the Hungry Ghost. I'm going to look into that. I have a couple of director friends. See what we can do. Okay, people. 15th edition of Englishing with Jings. I'm your host, Brandon Lobshire. Very happy to be here. 15 episodes so far. Wow. As we say in the United States, time flies. This is a common phrase in English. Time flies when you're having fun. Some of my students have heard this, some have not. But it's true. I always have fun on these shows and while I'm teaching class, and time definitely flies. This just means that time goes very fast. And I can easily say this for my job, for broadcasting this show, for teaching students English, time flies because it's fun. We have fun at Jing's Learning Center. So much fun. I mean, our students laugh and learn at the same time. This is the most relaxed atmosphere that you will ever have while learning. Education and fun finally mixed together. I promise you that. You won't regret it. We'll leave links on Instagram and on Facebook because we are currently accepting students. And as I said prior in the show, we help improve English through conversation. We help with grammar, sentence structure, vocabulary, and pronunciation. It's such a beautiful thing. We will have you speaking native English in no time. I don't want to sound like a miracle worker, but it doesn't take long, people. Our methods are proven. So don't think twice. Inquire. We will leave the links for you, and I'll be happy to teach you. But I'm not the only teacher. We have a lot of teachers who are very experienced. So, as I said, give it a chance. I think English is mandatory these days. Everybody should know English, whether it be for employment, for your education, for traveling abroad. English is definitely very, very important these days. And we are happy to pass knowledge to you. Okay, people. I have about 10 minutes and I have to take a break. We've had a few people on Instagram. Not one participant yet on the Zoom meeting. I'm a little disappointed because this is such an exciting subject that I need to know more about. I'm a Western boy. I don't know about these Eastern traditions, and they're very interesting. As I've probably said in nearly every show that we've had so far, I was born and raised in Chicagoland, so I know nothing about Eastern tradition and custom. I mean, I know a little that I've learned from my students, but general custom I know about. When it comes to a little more detailed, uh, customs of people from Asia, I'm clueless. You tell me festival, I'll say spring festival, mid-autumn festival. That's the only two that I really knew before this show. I just learned about the Hungry Ghost Festival, and that sounds awesome, but I have no idea, no clue whatsoever. So chime in, get on this chat box, leave a comment on Instagram. I see that right in front of me. Chime in on Facebook. We're watching. We want to hear your opinion. What's your favorite food on your favorite festival? The only thing I can really compare with is on Thanksgiving, we have turkey in the United States. On July 4th, which is Independence Day, we eat barbecue. Um, Christmas is not so particular. We eat almost everything. Easter, usually turkey and ham. Nothing special, people. We're pretty plain in the United States compared to Asia. So um, help me experience these festivals. For example, the Dragon Boat Festival. This is coming soon. Is there like outdoor activities? Okay, does everybody get on the rivers and lakes and the ocean and get in their dragon boats? Like what happens? Like does like a carnival show up and there's lots of like an amusement park for the children? Fill me in. Hello, Chan. It's good to see you, buddy. Thanks for joining Instagram. I'm so curious. Such a curious Western boy. Um, Help me understand these different festivals. I really don't know. Um, so far, from what I know about different Chinese festivals, I think I would like to participate in Spring Festival, New Year's. That sounds great. Um, I've seen some pictures from my students. There's just lots of things happening in the streets from what I see on New Year's Spring Festival in China, especially in the regions of China that are a little bit warm compared to the cold regions of China. It seems like there's a lot of things going on, but I believe people just mostly travel to their families' homes um, during the Chinese New Year's. This was the big problem when the coronavirus happened. People were spreading the coronavirus so easily because they wanted to travel to be with their family and friends. So that makes sense. But okay, I mean, what can we do? Like, I think that the coronavirus was discovered maybe a week after the Chinese New Year started, so nobody had any idea. And this became a dangerous situation, and that's why there's coronavirus all around the world now. It couldn't have happened at a better time in China. The coronavirus happened when everybody was traveling. My God, perfect for the virus, not so perfect for us. And that's where we are today, people. I think there's like, what, 4 million cases around the world? No, more than that, probably. Let's do a little report. I haven't looked in a while. Just how many cases there are in the entire world right now. I always have a link ready for this. So, all right, coronavirus update. Oh God, 9 million. That tells you how long it's been since I looked. Let's just look to see how many new cases we have in China, because I heard there's some new cases in Beijing. Only 26, that's not bad. Okay, completely off the subject of festivals, but I had some discussion with my students about these new cases that are happening in Beijing. Is it true that the fish, salmon, have the coronavirus now? And that's how people are catching the coronavirus in China? This sounds really strange to me that a fish can catch the coronavirus. This is what I've been hearing from my Chinese students, though. They say don't eat the salmon from Norway because it has coronavirus. If the fish have the coronavirus, people, we are in big trouble. Let me tell you that right now. This is not good. We rely on the sea and the ocean and the lakes and the rivers for our life. So I really hope that's not true. Actually, I did some research after I was told this by a plethora of different students. And science is saying that it's probably not possible for a fish to catch coronavirus. So maybe somebody traveled to Norway and then traveled back to China and they caught it while they were out and brought it back. That has to be the situation. I don't, fish don't have lungs. How would they breathe the coronavirus in? I mean, they have gills, but the water goes through their gills. That would mean the water would have to be infected. That seems highly unlikely, but okay. No more coronavirus talk, but um, everybody in Beijing, please be safe. Please hunker down, as we say in the United States. Put those masks on and it'll pass. It'll pass. Okay, few minutes. I'm going to go on break. I just want to tell everybody that I'm fascinated with Asian culture. I have been since I was a child. Growing up in Chicago, we really never learned much about China. Um, it was almost like that secret society to us. Like we knew there was lots of people living in China. We really didn't know much about what happened within the country. So it's so nice. It's such a pleasure and a privilege for me to have a lot of different students from Asia and the fact that I get to learn from them about certain situations, about the certain customs and culture within China. I love it. China, Japan, South Korea, Taiwan, Hong Kong, Vietnam. I've talked to people in all of these countries, and it sounds exciting. And I will visit eventually. Um, Chan wrote me a Chinese character, but I'm not sure what that means because I don't know Chinese. So, Chan, if you're still on or you come back, maybe try to explain that one. Looks cool. Chinese characters look completely alien to me. I have no idea. I love the way they look. I believe they're definitely hard to draw, but I don't know what they mean. I'm sorry, Chan. Um, okay, people, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go on break a little bit early. Um, give me 10 minutes and we'll be back with more. And I expect a little more participation. Inform me about um, these festivals. Did I sound like Trump just now? I'm sorry. It won't happen again. All right, I'll be back. Don't leave. I'll see you in a few. Okay, we are back and we are live, streaming, simulcasting on Facebook and Instagram. And we are discussing festivals. What's your favorite? What do you love about festivals? What's your favorite foods during these festivals? It seems that every single Chinese festival has special foods for the occasion. I love food. Who doesn't love food? You're not a human being if you don't like food, especially special foods for special occasions. I mean, I like food for every occasion, but some of these specially prepared foods for these festivals look delicious. Is there a festival that celebrates hot pot, possibly? I mean, that sounds cool. I still want to try this hot pot. Um, I don't know. I see a bunch of sticky rice dumplings, and this sounds great. I've had dumplings at the Chinese restaurants back in the United States. Probably not the same as we discussed last week, but okay. Um, Nonetheless, very delicious. Now, okay, guys, I want to get back into this ghost festival, the Hungry Ghost Festival. Um, this sounds so interesting to me. I've always been into like scary things. My family was always into like horror movies and things. Ah, come on. I can't get this straight here. Okay, there we go. Um, Sorry about that, Instagram. Some technical difficulties with my phone stand, which I'm using to keep you steady. I don't want you to slide. It's not good. Back to the Hungry Ghost Festival. I've received some information. This is a traditional Buddhist and Taoist festival held in certain East Asian countries. According to the Chinese calendar, the Ghost Festival is on the 15th night of the 7th month. Okay, this is basically the same thing that I read earlier, but hello, Celia. Welcome back. Um, what is special about the Hungry Ghost Festival? Like, is there certain foods that people enjoy for the Hungry Ghost Festival? When I hear Hungry Ghost, the ghost must like to eat food. What food does the Hungry Ghost like? Um, Chinese opera. Okay, so there's opera during the Hungry Ghost Festival. Interesting. So a little bit of theater is enjoyed during this festival. This sounds great. Um, what else? What happens? This sounds like Halloween to me. Hungry Ghost. It's close to the same. No, okay, never mind. Wait, so what month? What month is this again? Let me go back to my reference here. September. So this is close to October, which we celebrate Halloween in. Okay, Celia is telling us from Instagram there will be some temporary Chinese opera booth buildings in playgrounds or large spaces. Okay, this sounds cool. So live performances for the Hungry Ghost Festival. Um, this sounds truly amazing. I want to be part of the Hungry Ghost Festival. The whole, wow, the festival lasts for a month, but the opera only lasts a few days. A whole month? A festival that lasts a whole month? This is crazy. This is not traditional in the United States. We have special months, but not whole month long festivals. That's pretty cool. I like this idea. Um, and you'll see some sessions where they are playing opera, but no audience. Ah, this is for the dead. The dead get their own performances? Interesting. That is so cool. So you'll walk around in China and see opera theater with no audience because the audience is the dead. The dead are viewing these performances. Wow. That's scary. That's actually scary. I want to know more about this festival. I want to read about this. Hold on. Okay. And there's obviously concessions. Celia is saying usually in the same place there are snack booths or little stuff for selling, of course. See, that's common in the United States. Whenever like the carnival or festivals come, they're always selling exactly fairs. That's what we have. That's the best way to say this. We have lots of fairs in the United States, usually during the summer and the fall. But we don't have no hungry ghost. That sounds awesome. I'm going to do a little more research here about the Hungry Ghost Festival. Let's go to Wikipedia. I'm really shocked that my number one student, Tiger's not here. I would love to ask him about the Hungry Ghost Festival. I'm sure him and his mother both have lots of information they could give me right now. Okay. Chinese culture, 15th day, 7 months. This just sounds amazing to me. On the 15th day, the realms of heaven and hell and the realm of the living are open, and both Taoists and Buddhists would perform rituals to transmute and absolve the sufferings of the deceased. So basically, this is a festival to make the deceased feel more comfortable. Intrinsic of the ghost month is veneration of the dead, where traditionally the piety of descendants extends to their ancestors even after their deaths. Activities during the month would include preparing ritualistic food offerings. That's what I'm talking about. Burning incense. This is cool. And burning joss paper, a paper mache form of material items such as clothes, gold, and other fine goods for the visiting spirits of the ancestors. Elaborate meals, often vegetarian meals. I know a few people that would enjoy this. Would be served with empty seats for each of the deceased in the family, treating the deceased as if they are still living. Ancestor worship is what distinguishes Qingming Festival from Ghost Festival because the latter includes paying respects to all the deceased, including the same and younger generations, while the former only includes older generations. Other festivals may include buying and releasing miniature paper boats and lanterns on the water, which signifies giving directions to the lost ghosts and spirits of the ancestors and other deities. Okay, this is so cool. Okay, Celia says there's no specific food, but we prepare a lot of food we normally eat for the ghosts. Okay, this is what I've just read because someone believes only that month the hungry ghost could eat. So the hungry ghost can only eat in September. Interesting. And we burn things made of paper, clothes, accessories, phone. Okay, this is what I just read. That's so awesome. Okay. This is for the dead. These are all offerings for the dead. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, the timing and origin of the modern Ghost Festival, however, ultimately derives from the Mahayana scripture known as the Ullapen or Ulambana Sutra. The sutra records the time when, oh my God, these words are so hard for me to say. Galyayana achieves Abhina and uses his newfound powers to search for his deceased parents. He discovers that his deceased mother was reborn into the Preta or hungry ghost realm. He was in a wasted condition and he tried to help her by giving her a bowl of rice. Unfortunately, as a Preda, she was unable to eat the rice as it was transformed into burning coal. He then asks the Buddha to help him, whereupon Buddha explains how one is able to assist one's current parents and deceased parents in this life and in one's past 7 lives by willingly offering food, etc., to the Sangha or monastic community during Pravarana, the end of the monsoon season or Vasa, which occurs on the 15th day of the 7th month, whereby the monastic community transfers the merits to the deceased parents. Wow. Okay. Search on YouTube. Yes. Good idea, Celia. Let's go to YouTube, see if we can find some stuff about this. And I can share with everybody because I want to see this. Okay, I have a short documentary on the Hungry Ghost Festival. Aha, here we go. I found a good one, I think. Let me make sure that this is in English or I will not understand. Okay, even if it's not, it has subtitles, so. No, that's not it. Okay. Let's share, shall we? Advertisements first, of course. Yeah, a little Serbian for everybody. This already looks interesting. Little meditation. This is so scary. Oh, wow. Why is your deceased mother in hell? Okay, people, we're watching a short video on the Hungry Ghost Festival. This is so cool. It turns to coal, right? Oh, man. Yeah. This is intense. This is so sad. This is so interesting. Oh, he saved his mama. Okay, that was really, really cool. Oh, okay, let's keep going, man. Mid-Autumn Festival? I want to see this one now.
Okay, class, who would like to do problem 3 on the board?
That's not okay. Let's get that. Okay, I completely understand the Hungry Ghost Festival now. So now I'm going to be completely educated on the Mid-Autumn Festival, the Moon Festival. This story also seems very interesting to me. So these are cool animations. I really like this. I enjoyed the first one. 10 Sons. Okay, the suns are not our friend. Wow. Okay, this is definitely not what I was told for the Mid-Autumn Festival, but okay. "10 days of brutal sun killing everything." 10 suns, rather. Ah, I remember this part now. Okay. This is what I remember now. The archer saves everybody. This is really cool. Everybody on Instagram, you can't see this, but I'm watching a few short animations about these festivals and I'm becoming educated. Boom, good shot, man. Yep. So cool. This man is saving the world. 5 more to go. Shooting the 10 suns with a bow and arrow. And the suns turn into birds as they're struck by the arrow. Interesting. This is so cool. No arrows left, still 1 sun. Okay, we have to have 1 sun, so that's why he couldn't shoot them all. Queen Mother of the West, okay. A gift. Are you kidding me? I'm not screen sharing this? What is going on? So I've been watching this by myself. I apologize to everybody right now. Okay, I was watching one by myself for 4 minutes. I apologize, but here we go. Let's watch this one.
Her husband, Ho Yi, was a brilliant archer.
Okay.
At that time, there were 10 suns in the sky, and the people on Earth were living in a blistering heat. To save the Earth,
Ooh, no pause.
Ho Yi used his bow and arrow to shoot down 9 of the suns. Ho Yi was respected as a national hero and received an elixir of immortality
Okay.
as a reward for saving the people
From the Queen Mother.
multiple suns. However, the elixir only had enough for 1 person, and both Chang'e and Ho Yi didn't want to leave each other.
Beautiful love story.
But one day, one of Ho Yi's students tried to steal the elixir when he wasn't home. In order to protect the elixir from thieves,
She had to drink it.
Chang'e took the magic elixir of immortality.
And she became so depressed and wouldn't eat and flew to the moon. That's what I remember. But she watched over him, right?
Alone on Earth, Ho Yi missed his wife so much that he made an offering to the moon and tried to find a shape of Chang'e on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
To remember Chang'e, Chinese people worship the moon by eating fruit and moon-shaped desserts called mooncakes. This is the legend of the origin of the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is also called the Moon Festival.
So cool.
Nowadays, the Mid-Autumn Festival, which is also a
Harvest Festival. I've heard this too. Okay.
Like Thanksgiving. Chinese people celebrate the Mid-Autumn Festival by having a large dinner with family, worshiping the moon with gifts, traveling, viewing lantern shows, eating various desserts, and flying lanterns.
Oh, that's so cool. Those koi lanterns are beautiful. My favorite part of every festival, the food. These are moon cakes, different moon cakes. Okay. I wonder how accurate this was. Okay. No more of that. But that was interesting. Okay, if anybody was watching, was that accurate? This is what one of my students told me in one of my classes. It was really similar to what I just watched. Now, having experienced two different Chinese festivals, these little short animated renditions, I like the Hungry Ghost Festival the most so far. I think that's awesome. But these stories are great. So let me ask this. You know, does every single festival have a story like this, like a story from the past that creates the atmosphere? Because this is so cool. This is really, really cool. What's this? I'm sorry. I have a comment that I wasn't aware of. Oh, the Chinese opera. Okay, we have to see this. Let me share this with everybody. I was not aware. I have a participant that left me a video, so I want to share this with everybody. Let's watch together. This is for the Hungry Ghost Festival once again. Oh my goodness, that's loud. So cool. Wow. So these performances, these theaters stage, this opera is displayed throughout every city in Eastern China, because I did read that the Hungry Ghost Festival is more accustomed for Eastern China. This is really cool though. I wish everybody on Instagram could see this right now. This is experiencing new culture for me. This is so cool. Wow. Beautiful. So these are fairy spells. And these are very loud festivals, I hear. Okay. Interesting stuff. That's what I'm talking about, man. Uh-oh, how do I go back to Zoom? I've been banished. Oh no. What did I do? Okay, I'm back. Whew. I thought I stopped the show. That would have been detrimental. Okay. Wow. Interesting stuff. Really, truly interesting stuff. I have to visit the Hungry Ghost Festival. I want to go. Uh, Everything that we've spoke about today, everything that I've been told, all of the festivals that I've observed, Hungry Ghost Festival, this would be my favorite one. If I lived in China, if I was a native resident of China, that would be the one that I would be really excited for every year. My favorite holiday, I guess you could call it, has always been Halloween in the United States. And maybe you're familiar with Halloween, maybe not, but everybody dresses however they want. And they go out and they trick or treat is what it's called. But that's not even the part that I'm really excited about every year. I just like to dress up however I would like to be somebody else for one day out of the year. For example, my family, we were all pirates 2 years ago, the pirate family, and it was amazing. So cool to have the ability to do this. Yeah, Halloween's my favorite. So I think that the Hungry Ghost Festival, which is similar, not the same, but similar, has a kind of Halloween story and aura about it. That would be my favorite, hands down. Okay, we still have about 15 minutes left, guys. Please comment. Tell me your favorites. Maybe somebody here doesn't like the Hungry Ghost Festival. Maybe they're more accustomed to what are the other 11? Give me 1 second here. I mean, who out there is a fan of the Dongji Festival? Or obviously everybody likes the Chinese New Year Festival. Maybe some people like the Yanzhou Festival or Qingming Festival or the one we're about to have, the Dragon Boat. The Quixie Festival, Mid-Autumn Festival, which we just observed. Obviously, the National Day of China is very important. This is like our Independence Day in the United States. Very similar, almost the same. And then you have the Chongyang Festival. So, okay, I'm just going to read a little bit about each of these festivals real quick here. The Dongji Festival is held in the month of December every year. This is the most famous festival in China and is also called Winter Solstice. Okay, so this is the most famous? Is this website accurate? Because I always thought New Year Festival was the most famous. It says, if you are wondering why or what is the philosophy behind this festival, then you will be glad to know it is based on balance and harmony in the cosmos. After the grand celebration of this festival, days will be filled with longer daylight hours. Today, people in China celebrate this festival by visiting each other and making delicious dishes like tangyuan, which is made from rice flour. Tangyuan is a delicious multicolored dish, and you must try it while you're on vacation. Okay, this sounds great. We'll move on to the Chinese New Year. I'm going to just share this with you guys while I read. Why not? Let's share. I love to share. Okay. Chinese New Year Festival, also known as the Chinese Spring Festival. This is without a doubt one of the most important Chinese festivals with a history of more than 4,000 years. What? And you will get to know about Chinese New Year traditions on this day. Most of the people enjoy this festival for 7 days, and the celebration lasts for over 2 weeks. That's what I'm talking about, beginning from the eve of the festival. The Chinese New Year Festival is celebrated according to the lunar calendar on the first day of the first lunar month, of course. Okay, I think the Chinese New Year might be a future subject. Exactly. Chinese New Year can be talked about a whole day. Okay. Because that's the one that I'm always hearing about. Okay. The Yanjiao Festival. Did I say this right? Yanjiao? Probably not. Also called the Traditional Chinese Lantern Festival in China. Yangzhou Festival is held on the 15th day after the Spring Festival. It marks the continuation and end of the New Year's celebration. This a festival after the festival. This is good, China. This festival involves enjoying the sight of beautiful lanterns of different shapes and sizes at night. The lantern shows bring people from all over the world to witness the amazing design and colors. A traditional Chinese dish called Tang Yan is also eaten on this day. Okay. Celia says, do I know Mahjong? Mahjong is a title-based game that was developed in China during the Qing Dynasty and has spread throughout the world since the early 20th century. It is commonly played by 4 players. No, I do not know this game. I do not at all. Okay, maybe that's another show, huh? We'll talk later. Qingming Festival, also known as Tomb Sweeping Day. Qingming Festival is one of the most important Chinese festivals as people gear up to offer sacrifices on this day. The Han, as well as the minority ethnic groups, bring sacrifices to offer their ancestors and sweep the tombs of loved ones who have departed from this world. It is pretty much similar to All Saints' Day that is celebrated by Christians in India on the 2nd of November each year. Okay. Labor Day. I'm not going to talk about Labor Day. We all know about this one. This is international. Okay, Dragon Boat. This is yet another one of the ancient Chinese festivals that attracts millions of people, also known as the Dragon Boat Festival. People celebrate gathering together to take part or watch the dragon boat races, okay, especially in the southern areas of China. Another important part of the Duanwu Festival is eating zongzi, which is the glutinous rice wrapped in reed leaves, and it is a must try. Okay, I want to eat all of these foods. They all sound great. Okay, next. Quixie Festival. I hope I'm saying this stuff right. I'm just an American, so forgive me if I'm not. This is a festival where girls show their artwork, handicrafts, and wish for a good husband, while the boys, on the other hand, send flowers to girls. Young couples often go out shopping. Here we go, shopping. To celebrate this day, as Quixie Festival is a traditional holiday that was named China's Valentine's Day. Aha! Makes sense. We call this a Hallmark holiday back in the United States. It's a holiday that generates a lot of business. It's a fun day for young people to enjoy themselves and have a great time with their peers, of course. Okay, Quixie has a romance story too. Celia is telling me. I would like to know because it just looks like Valentine's Day to me. And I'm not a big fan of Valentine's Day. Hungry Ghost Festival, we reviewed this one. We know this one. Mid-Autumn Festival, we reviewed this one. National Day of China, that seems like a lot of fun. I've had students talk about this, that this is undoubtedly one of the great festivals in China, as it says. The National Day celebrates the founding of the People's Republic of China in 1949. It's celebrated throughout mainland China, Macau, and Hong Kong with a number of different activities such as concerts and fireworks organized by the government. That looks beautiful. I could get into that. All right, and I think we only have 11 on here. So last but not least, the Chongyang Festival. This festival is also known as the Double Ninth Festival. During the Chongyang Festival, people celebrate by drinking chrysanthemum wine and eating Chongyang cake. In some parts of the country, people go mountain climbing or travel to areas where they can admire chrysanthemums, and it is indeed a major festival that is celebrated with a lot of pomp. Okay. Doesn't really say much about the actual holiday, but these are the 11 major holidays in China. Okay. Interesting stuff. I'm still not educated, but okay, I know a little. And this sounds like fun. I think the West needs more festivals. After reviewing this, after having a 2-hour special about this, I think the West is a little boring. We need festivals, man. This is colorful. This is beautiful, filled with beautiful music and foods and ancient stories of the past. This is the thing of legends, really. I likey. I likey. Count me in when it comes to these Chinese or Asian festivals. And you know, I'm sure this is China that we're talking about. Is it safe to say some of these other Eastern, nations, countries have their own separate festivals? I'm sure they probably do. For example, Indonesia, Philippines, Indochina, Thailand, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos. I mean, do these countries have their own special festivals? I'm sure they probably do. I am completely clueless as to what these countries celebrate. I only know of China, a little bit from Japan and South Korea, because I think there's a lot of festivals that these three countries have in common, I believe. I could be wrong. Okay, Celia's talking about Mahjong, this game, addictive Chinese top game. I'm curious about this one. Let's look. We still have 10 minutes left. Let's research. Is this game affiliated with any of these festivals? You know what? I think I remember these games being on the tables of the Chinese restaurants back in the United States. We just never knew how to play. Huh, okay. Little, they're like little square dice, I think. Okay, I mean, I don't have a clue how to play this game, but I do remember they had these games on the tables of the Chinese restaurants that we used to visit. We just never knew how to play. It became an everyday game, but especially in CNY, is this China? We don't control ourselves. Yeah. So it's obviously addictive. Okay. Future show, Chinese games. I'll talk to the boss. We'll see what she says. Okay. Back to the show. We only have 8 minutes left, guys. This was good. This was definitely good. I learned a lot. And let me wrap up the show, as we say in the United States, wrap up the show with another, how to say this? I don't want to, make it sound like advertising. Another reminder that we are here at Jing's Learning Center to help perfect your English. We help through conversation. We help to correct grammar. We help to correct sentence structure, and we help to improve pronunciation. And I have to say that we are very successful with improving English all the way from beginner to native level. If you're a native speaker, we can help you maintain what you know. If you're a beginner, we can start you from the very beginning, and we can move you up that mountain and help perfect your English. So, having said this, we will leave a link on Facebook and on Instagram and on YouTube after the video is published. Don't hesitate, people. This is definitely your opportunity to become a native speaker. And we have fun doing it. We really do. Okay, people, I'm going to end the show, and I want to thank everybody for their participation. And I look forward to the 16th edition of Englishing with Jings next Sunday. Stay tuned. We'll be posting the subject on Facebook and Instagram. Until next Sunday, people, have a great week. I hope to see you next Sunday.